Hello beautiful beings and welcome to another Galactic Mayan astrology report. So I've just realised that I have put my camera a different way. So the shape of this video might be a little bit different this time, but that's fine. I'm landing at the minute from a lifetime. It really just feels like that. I feel like we've really shifted into a very different space. And yeah, so this is a Galactic Mayan astrology report for the 18th of May, Thursday the 18th of May 2023. And, you know, we're kind of moving toward the centre of our 260-day human evolution process. You know, we're within the 4th year of our 13-year process in the Wizard, and we're shifting soon in July the 26th, into a new collective year. And also, like, the astrology of now is very much, it seems that it's all about the tying up of previous lifetimes. And this is the thing that I feel is strongly happening within my personal reality, but I'm also hearing the reflections of it with people around me too. It feels as though for this time on the planet, we've incarnated and had to kind of remember all of our lessons really quickly. So all the things that took us like a full lifetime to get the memo of, we've had to kind of go through for this moment, you know, for this moment of human being awakening as we go into the photon belt, and you know, our vibration is heightened. So yeah, it kind of personally, you know, really the cosmic clock was next level. It was so incredible, like beyond my wildest imaginings. And this is not only like the thing that seems to be happening now, this is also my greatest intention, that, you know, I want to be blown away. You know, I don't want to be limited by the things that I can't imagine. Like, spirit, take over, man. How does it get any better than this? You know, and there's a real like re-anchoring of, because I work with manifestation a lot, you know, and I think it's important for us to, it seems often that it's like, and I'm going off on a tangent here, and I will talk about the red serpent shortly, but this wants to come through. So yeah, this thing of, you know, when we start to do shadow work, we can, well, we start off in the love and light brigade, and it's all about manifestation, and we just need to be positive. And then we quite quickly realise, like, fuck, this is not the way. And then we can go into the shadow work world, where then the focus is, you know, quite simply on bringing ourselves to life again, and digging and transforming and recognising our shadows and recognising our projections and being able to have boundaries and all of these things. But it's like we forget to pour into the manifestation pot. It's like, oh, well, what do I actually want to be leaning into? And on one level, maybe there is no such thing as manifestation. Maybe it's simply, you know, we just get ourselves in alignment with the reality that is of our highest good. But the space at the moment that I'm at is like remembering and reintegrating all of the learning of this lifetime, from the esoteric wisdom and the higher knowledge to the personal initiations that my soul has brought to me through personal experience. And it doesn't feel like it's just this lifetime. It feels like this is the echo of all incarnations. And I've had quite a few profound moments of just feeling it all line up, like feeling all selves kind of in a row, and then operating from here, but feeling those. And I do, yeah, really, I feel that is this time for us all, and it's wonderful. So yeah, 18th of May, we're moving into a new Wavespell. The Wavespell is the red serpent, and it's fascinating to me because, how many is it? I'm just looking at my calendar there, I think it's 10. So within Galactic Mayan astrology, if you have a Zolkin, if you have one of the calendars, you'll have seen, or if you read the information, you'll have heard or read, there are these days called galactic activation portals. So they're the green squares that exist on the Zolkin, and then known as gap days. And basically it's a day when we have them scattered throughout the calendar, and when you actually look at the totality of the calendar, the totality of the grid, these green squares make up the shape of human DNA. And this is what is happening at the planet at this time. Junk DNA is not junk, it's just that we've not had the awareness to be able to grid into the mystical alchemical gold that this junk, as yet unactivated aspect of our DNA is. So this calendar is all about this time frame. This human evolution process is all about the reactivation of our DNA. So these portal days, when you look at them in the totality as they're scattered through the calendar, make up the shape of DNA. So what's happening when we are in a portal day is that the veil between the worlds is thinner, but it's also really, these are the times where we can do really deep, amazing things. These are the times where we can really align, and when I say align, yes, to our deepest selves, but as I was saying, like, because there is only now, the past and the future are all one thing, and it's just simply a case of getting into where they all line up. Now, there are 2 wave spells, 2 13-day processes in the whole calendar that have got, like, I think it's 10. Don't have my glasses on, so I can't always hold all the information. 10 back-to-back portal days. Portal day, portal day, portal day, portal day, portal day. So, obviously, if these particular portal days are about upgrading our DNA, coming into alignment, popping the fuck off, and being awake human beings, to have 10 of them back to back, we are in a portal of transformation and activation. So Mercury's not retrograde anymore, thank fuck. But that's aligning really nicely, and there's something that's happened with Jupiter as well. Again, don't hold all the information, but it's good vibes. Again, all lines up with this time. So we're actually journeying for those 13 days of these, like 10 of which are these portal days, with the archetype of the red serpent. So, red serpent. So we've come through 13 days of the human, what it is to be a human, our ancestral coding, our alchemy coding, the coding of the human heart, but also the multidimensional human, the cosmic human, and how we integrate all of those pieces. And then we land with the serpent, and the red serpent energy is about Kundalini activation, sacred sexuality, activation, power, devotion, and the shedding of skins and transformation. So the serpent as an archetype, is the original portal to the remembrance that we have free will. If we look at the biblical text, the portal to wisdom, and all of the energy around the notion of Kundalini energy. So the idea is, and this is from Hinduism, these chakras that we have throughout our body, this Kundalini energy, which is life force energy, is curled at the bottom of our spine. And as we begin to clear our chakras, as we begin to, you could look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, as we begin to move up through the okay, is our survival, how okay are we in terms of survival? Do we feel like we can survive? Do we feel safe to survive? And obviously our ancestral experiences were not that. So that's a journey in itself. Base chakra journey, bam. Am I actually able to be here? Do I feel safe here? And then once that is unlocked, that code is unlocked, then we come into sexuality, creativity, our sacral chakra. So again, how unblocked are we there? And the idea is that as we go through these processes with our chakras, as we go through the learning of what it is to be a human, to be an awakened, liberated human, this Kundalini energy can begin to move up from the base of our spine through our clear chakras and then bite the pineal gland in the brain to bring this crown awakening. Now, what's happened on the planet, whether it's because our souls have already done the enlightenment process, whether it's because the wonk of the way that things are and the inversion of everything, who knows why, Maybe it's because, which is what I've always thought, you know, with a lot of us have taken a lot of drugs. And what seems to have happened is this like crown chakra explosion. And then it's been a process actually of the descent into the human game. So it's almost like the serpent has had to descend as opposed to ascend. But regardless of which way around it is and how it works, we're working with serpent energy, we're working with kundalini energy. So this is a really amazing time to be gridding into our chakras, you know. And interestingly, I didn't do this on purpose, but I'm just about to, once I get back from Greece, I'm going to Greece with my grandmama. I'm like just about to set off. I'm so excited. She's 90, she's my best mate. We're going to somewhere that I went when I was a little girl. Like, girls on tour. It's going to be fucking ace. And I'm going to have a bloody good rest as well. Holy shitballs. Because this is the thing, it's like, yeah, right, on one level it's like, yeah, we're busy and we're doing our lives, but then also when we're on this path, it's like there's stuff that we're doing underneath the surface. Poof! It fucks us, doesn't it? Absolutely exhausting. Great and worth it, but absolutely fucking exhausting. So anyway, when I get back from Greece, I'm actually opening up, so I've got a coaching program, and the coaching program is all about working through each one of the chakras and doing shadow work on the themes of each chakra. So we start in the root and we go to the crown, and we clear the stories that are in the way, the experiences, the trauma, the unfelt feelings, and then we activate the power, you know, that each of these chakras holds. So we kind of guide in the kundalini, and then the final session is a manifestation clear, where we're able to grid it into what we want. And you know, I've taken great inspiration from Dane Thomas through this as well, and obviously everyone that's ever poured anything into shadow work, emotional freedom technique and kundalini energy. But obviously with what I do as well, the Mayan calendar features strongly, and we kind of map your energy with the chakras, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So it's a grand that I charge for that. It's an 8-week process. More than happy to do 100 quid a month payment plans. But I'm only taking a few people on, and on the back of the cosmic clock, there's quite a few people that are interested. So I definitely was not intending to say all of that now. I thought I was just going to open it up to the cosmic clock gang. But alas, it's come out. So if you want one of those spots, hit me up and let's go through a massive transformation process. Everyone that I take on these journeys clicks into their service and their full embodiment, and that's what we need right now. To feel free, to feel lit up, to feel fulfilled, and to feel like, this is easy actually. My planetary service is easy because I'm in alignment. So yeah, journeying for these 13 days with the energy of Red Serpent, we're moving through an awakening process. But what happens with these awakenings is that we have to shed, we have to let go. So it's not simply about visualize the energy and the chakra, see the beings doing the thing. That's nice. And on some level, it does magic. But actually, we've got to go to the bottom of it. We've got to feel the shit that was horrendous that we went through. We've got to go and rescue our inner children. We've got to work with the human self that we are. You know, it's not just about working on the astral, working with energetics. On one level it is, but in order for us to incarnate into our bodies, into our human selves have to trust us. Our human selves have to trust the world. And the experiences that we've had have meant that we have struggled to do that. And until we're in full trust, when we're in full trust, we're in love with reality, and reality can thus birth through us. But when we're not, because of the things that we've been through, we can't incarnate, love can't come through us, and we can't match the timeline that we're wanting to create. So during these 13 days, we're going through a process of shedding, like the snake. We're going through a process of seeing the things that have been in the way. You know, and I always say this with Red Serpent energy, snakes shed their skin from their eyes too. So allow your projections to be shed, allow your stories to be shed. And it's this really amazing process of being able to just let go. just simply let go, you know. Simply. Oh my God, it's taken me fucking 17 years on this path to be able to let go. 17 fucking years. Anyway, so yeah, during this 13 days, red serpent, kundalini, get your sacred sexuality on if you're into that stuff, because we can use that too to support us, to fuel our manifestations. But just recognizing, I think that, you know, right relationship with sacred sexuality, with sexual energy, is about creation in devotion to love, as opposed to, you know, when you're in that space with somebody in devotion to love, we all know that it's a very different experience to the graspy, I want something, and that thread is what then manifests in our outer lives too. So 13 days, serpent, kundalini activation, your stuff's probably going to come up so that you can let it go. Recognize if something's feeling like triggering from the past. Maybe it's time to set a boundary and to be like, no, if you couldn't set a boundary in the past. But also maybe it's that your wound is coming to the surface of your eyeballs to be shed. And the key, you know, the aim of the game always is to go to those little people that we were and hold them. I've got you. I am the secure relationship that you're looking for. And I'm going to stay forever. And I've got you. What do you need? How can I support you? How can I help you? And remember, portal days, back to back. I think it starts on like the 3rd day, which I think would be like Saturday. We then go through the 10 portal days. So it's going to be full power. But we're used to full power now. What the fuck has the past 10 years been? Normal shit now, isn't it? So we don't need to worry about like, oh my God, am I going to be able to handle it? Because we handle it all the time. But just be aware to drink loads of water, get loads of rest. If you feel knackered, it's because you're doing loads of work on the, you know, in the underworld. If stuff comes up and you're like, oh my God, I don't think I can survive. No. Cool, I've got to go through this gateway to see that I can indeed survive, and not only can I survive, I can thrive. And if you want to work with me, hit me the fuck up. And I send you loads of love. And I think I'll probably have to do, oh no, I'll be home again. Back in the sunny UK, the land of Albion, when I do the next report. But yeah, email me, hit me up on Facebook if you want to work with me. I'd fucking love to. I might put a Calendly link on actually, so you can just like book a call with me and we can chat in real time. You can feel the vibe. But yeah, I'm starting to acknowledge that I do bring some pretty good shit. There's an edge for me there to say that, but it's true, man. Because I've done it myself. Like, I sorted myself out. And I feel like I'm really going through a phase now. I only was able to sort myself out because there were people on the path that came and showed me their magic. And this is what we do for each other, innit? It's like, I dust you a little bit, or I hold space for your dusting, and they hold space for my dusting, and you then hold space for their dusting, and bam, 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 actualizing together to bring heaven to earth. Alright, darlings, so much love.